Okay. I am so freaking pumped to get my course module videos done because I've been editing the outlines of them and I was just crying tears of gratitude after doing that and then talking to a few people. This work is just so miraculous. It is truly life-changing. And I keep thinking about my old self and what I would have thought if I found one of my videos a few years ago. And part of me probably would have been a little relieved. And that's how I hope people feel when they find me, that they're just relieved in knowing this information, which is that you are entitled to happiness. Miracles are natural. They're your natural inheritance. Happiness is your birthright. And you literally, I promise you, can have and do and be whatever you want as long as you know, like you know in your heart, right? That you are worthy of having those things, and you've got to believe that they're going to happen, okay? So it's just learning how to grow from the things in life that maybe made us think that it's not possible for us, right? Or that if there is a higher power, that it's not on our side. So the best way to really plug in to this truth on a daily basis is through slowing down. It's through slowing down, because when we slow down with our breath, let's do that right now, actually. Let's close our eyes. If you can, bring your attention to the tip of your nose and just take a deep inhale through your nose, letting your lungs expand, and exhaling out through your mouth, and just sighing it all out with relief. Another deep inhale through your nose. Just feeling your body, exhaling out, feeling lighter as you let out any stagnant energy, anything that's not serving you right now. All of that stress, all of that worry, just let it go. Slowing down with another deep inhale. And as you inhale, just feel your lungs expand. And let it all out. Just the more stagnant energy that you exhale, right? All that air that's just sitting in your lungs, it's all energy. So the more you let go of that and the more you bring in the fresh prana, right? It calms your nervous system. It invites in new vital life force energy into your system. And it literally allows more miracles to occur in your life. So what I found is that when we take time to slow down, we embody the law of least effort. And I did a whole podcast on the details of the law of least effort. I go over it as well in my Soul Bootcamp. But it is just living and flowing and letting your every desire just come to you natural. And the old me would have been like, what? That's BS. I don't believe that. That's too good to be true. That you literally can just wake up, say thank you to a higher power, think positive thoughts, right? Breathe. I do that anyway. And like, I'm just going to receive things that I want. I'm going to feel happier. Like, choose happiness. What do you mean, choose happiness? So, literally have a whole course explaining that. But to sum it up briefly, is that everything has energy, okay? So if you are reflecting out negative vibes, right, that's what you're going to receive back. So if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or even if you wake up in a good mood and you don't take that time to slow down, right, depending on what your thoughts are, you could be bringing in, right, maybe more chaotic experiences. Or maybe if you're only thinking negatively, you're going to create more negative experiences. But when you create a routine in Ayurveda, it literally, you balance your dosha through balancing. Vata balances all of the doshas. So when you have a great morning routine and you learn how to slow down, so it's not only my high vibe Vedic practice that I do in the morning, right, that balances my dosha, it's just in little moments throughout an everyday experience of just realizing when I don't feel good, I stop and I slow down. So I meant to share this on my story the other day, but I was guided to use it for my happy tip. So I was running late to a yoga class. I went in, didn't realize I forgot my yoga mat, didn't have a hair tie, right? I was given the hair tie, right? They, took care of the class, right? And like the mat I needed. And they usually have my card on file, right? It wasn't, they're like, don't worry about it. Like, you're good. It's fine. And I left the class feeling so refreshed because I needed it, because in hot yoga, you sweat out any stagnant energy, any emotional toxicity. But if I had been practicing my routine, right, every morning, the traditional Ayurvedic one, which is, I have one that's more, I don't want to say easy, but yeah, I try and make this shit easy. So I've taken ancient concepts and I figured out how to make them easy for you to apply them every day. But I'm human, right? So the more strict, right, you are, and the more high vibe your lifestyle is, the less you're going to have to upkeep that with things like hot yoga to sweat out the emotional toxicity. So if I had like a really good diet, and if I was balancing my dosha through Ayurvedic food, in addition to what I was doing, I probably wouldn't need to go to hot yoga at all, because I'm doing my stretching in the morning. I'm keeping my energy centers aligned and moving, right? And I'm balancing not only my energetic body, right, but also my mind, okay? So we have all these different layers, and we want to keep them all balanced and all feeling good. And because I do that, I literally receive whatever I need. So there was another time in Florida, I manifested a free yoga class because I didn't realize I didn't bring my card, and I went, and they just took care of it for me. And it's not because I'm just trying to get like free yoga classes or something. It's because I know it is ingrained into my belief system that I know the universe has my back, that regardless of what I thought in the past or what experiences happened to me that made me think that maybe it wasn't possible for me, or that I wasn't worthy, or that it was only possible for lucky people to be happy and live these lives where they seem to have peace and not be plagued with anxiety, right? And to receive their desires, right? Like, I would think somebody like me was totally bullshit, probably. Like, I'd be like, yeah, that's just for you. You're you're going on these trips and you're manifesting and you're spiritual. Well, that'll never happen to me. Hello, I was you. Literally was so miserable, wanted to give up on life, and changed my mindset and changed my life, and was shown that my dharma, we each have a unique purpose, is to bring this into the world. And I have a unique way and unique systems of helping other people literally dismantle their subconscious of what experiences may have happened to them in life, shed clarity on that for you to help you understand, right, what that helped you grow from. But really, it's stripping down those old stories and those subconscious patterns in your mind until you have ingrained a belief system, right, where you just know that life is rigged in your favor, because it is, where you just know, right, that the laws of the universe are as real as the law of gravity that's keeping you on this earth right now, right? That's connecting you to the ground, okay? Like, that's how real this shit is. But it manifests from your belief system. And the way you get a belief system to know that life is rigged in your favor is by slowing down, by plugging into that source, right? By remembering that you're one with the energy that is giving life to nature outside, right? The same way trees make oxygen and we breathe it in and we breathe it out, right? We're all one. It all flows. So whatever you have to do to get behind that idea, because when you do, you will not have to deal with anxiety, right? Life may still happen, stuff is still going to pop up, but you're just going to flow, right? Like, at one point in this year, my Mercedes, which I'm so grateful for, is working so well right now, had all of the parts like in different pieces. They wheeled it out to me, right? It could have been flooded, but literally, these things would have, like, little things like that happen in life would have created disastrous results in the creation of my future, right? Because it probably would start negative thinking. I would go all into a negative mindset and then create more of that experience. Whereas now every day, I just know I'm going to receive whatever I need. I just expect to be hooked up with the best experiences, right? The best deals. I just know that abundance flows to me because I give so much gratitude in all the ways it does, right? Like when I receive free things or when people hook me up with great discounts, like my friend just did with a bag, this beautiful necklace. This is a John of God necklace, but the Alex and Ani like Benjamin necklaces that I love. I was talking to a friend about, and they went on sale, like literally from like $90 to I think they're like $40 or something, you know? So it's just paying attention to those little things and giving gratitude. And that's an Alex and Ani ornament behind me, giving gratitude for great things in our life already. Like the fact that you woke up this morning and opened your eyes. So when you open your eyes tomorrow morning, right? When you wake up, when you start to lean in and give gratitude to that and slow down in those moments where things maybe seem to get hectic, right? Or you aren't feeling so good, before you go on to the next thing that's on your list, stop and slow down. Because when we stop and we slow down and we connect into the infinite source that we come from, we just breathe and take a minute to realign and remember that, right? That you don't have to do it on your own, that there's a whole universe, right, of support behind you. Once you allow yourself to believe that, you will start to feel it work for you. And then the universe will support it with more great experiences and things happening. And it just gets easier and easier and easier. And it's like working a muscle. But it starts with the willingness, right? It starts with being willing to take a minute to slow down and take those 3 deep breaths, right? To just take time in the morning to give yourself that minute to know that you are worthy and you do get to have it all. And if nobody has told you yet today, I love you. You are so loved and supported, right? You are not alone and you don't have to do it alone. And I am no more special than you are, right? I'm super freaking special and God loves me the most, but God loves you the most and you're the most special too, because we're one and that's how it works, okay? So take time, slow down. All amazing manifestations and miracles this week have happened to me directly after I slowed down and I took time to just breathe and reconnect whenever life happened, whenever I didn't feel happy, to just realign. And then the universe just rolls out that red carpet for you and takes care of everything along your path. So everything gets done more easily, it gets done faster. And you follow the cues from the universe. Like I was supposed to have a call earlier, right, to write a book. And I started to get a little hectic and I'm like, how am I gonna write this book, right? I'm still making the modules for this course and I have all the other courses, right, that I'm creating. And how is this all gonna get done? And it was just like, take a deep breath, slow down. Remember, I don't have to do it on my own. I choose differently. When life is hard, I slow down and I remember that there is the entire universe behind me supporting my every desire. And I just start to reaffirm everything in my truth, right? And the way I want life to go, the experiences that I want to have. And I start to just naturally draw those things in with grace and ease because it really does get to be that simple. And because I've been practicing for this for so long and I know how real manifesting is, right? And how easy it is to experience miracles every day through shifting your mindset. Of course I do, right? And I can't imagine that I ever did not live this way. I have a 0 tolerance policy for feeling like shit, okay? I've spoken to so many people this week, coaching calls with friends, where they'll want to know, like, how do you not let, I was gonna say ego, they'll say fear, but it's the same thing, ego, fear, right? How do you not let that like F you up? How do you stay feeling so good and manifesting all this stuff. And I do it because I have a zero tolerance policy for feeling like crap. Anytime I don't feel good, I stop and I slow down and I take a deep breath. I lock back in to that truth, right? Which is that there is an infinite source that you are connected to, right? That wants to make miracles easy for you, that wants you to be happy. And as soon as you open up to that possibility and you allow it to come in and you call it in, it does and it will. But anytime those thoughts come up, right? That's like, well, not going to happen, or that's only for her, not for you. No, you freaking grab any of that anxiety by the balls, you freaking push it aside, and you remember that because you decide right now that life gets to be easy for you, that you get to allow miracles to flow into, that maybe the law of attraction and all of the laws of the universe are as real as the law of gravity, and maybe you get to experience miracles too. Maybe you, when you take time to slow down, right, and to realign with that truth, maybe, right, your limiting beliefs won't hold power over you anymore, meaning you won't feel anxiety. I literally, the best feeling is anytime anxiety like comes, right? Because those moments where life wants to trick you and it's just like, no, you're fake. You're not even real. Like literally, I will change my thoughts. I'll reaffirm my truth. I'll start manifesting more and I'll bring in better experiences. Whereas I may have stayed in that bad mood for like a few days, creating God only knows what, but like I freaking have zero tolerance policy for feeling like shit. I just do not do it. I slow down, I breathe, right? And I create the reality that I want to. And there's all different ways, right? Like change the song, change the energy of where you are. There's all different things, right? That you can do, like decorating for Christmas. I want to put more ornaments on my Christmas tree. I'm really grateful for that one. It's Godspeed, which my friend Jacqueline gave me. And I need to finish a podcast that I started doing actually, which included how don't compare yourself to other people. You got to do what feels good for you, right? Like my friend Jacqueline, my tree is not done yet. Christmas is soon. Her tree was decorated like way before Thanksgiving. And because that's what makes her feel good and that's what works for her, right? Especially since she's having a baby and I'm so excited for her, but that's what she needed to do to feel good. If that's not what you needed to do to feel good, that's effing okay. So give yourself a break, show up for yourself without judgment, slow down. You have 60 seconds to slow down and breathe. It will change your entire day and the rest of the day. Just take those pauses, slow down, realign. Remember, you get to choose. It is a choice and it gets easier. It's working a muscle. I love you. You're awesome. Grab your anxiety by the balls. Don't let limiting beliefs get the best of you because fear is fake. And anytime you don't feel good, it's not real. Only what's real is what makes you feel good. Okay. But you've got to get clear on that truth and then just take note of anything that pops up that makes you think like, well, no, or well, I can't believe because X, Y, Z. Those are your limiting beliefs, like all of the things that make you think you can't have it. So then you just look at those things and you're like, oh shit, you're not true, actually. And then you reaffirm your truth and you start putting your energy into all of those things and the ways you want it to go. And it's all good. All right, I am going to go though, because these have been way longer than I want them to be. And they'll get shorter, I'm sure, as I need to make them shorter because time, but I love you. Okay, bye. To jump on here again because I know I was saying before in my happy tip that the way I live would probably scare people because I just don't worry and I just trust and I just know that the universe is always going to support me no matter what, and it always does. From a yoga class to a Mercedes, right, to I had a cracked rim and they took care of the inspection for me, to just everything I need is literally just given to me. I am always a vibrational match for my desires because I decide I am, and then that's what happens. And then even I was like, I don't know about my book, right? I was shown exactly how that outlines perfectly with the courses I'm creating and what to do with it. And then on top of it, when I finished my happy tip for you guys, I was like, shit, I don't think I'm gonna I was supposed to go vote for something, and I was like, duh, of course I'm gonna make it. Of course they'll still let me vote. Of course it'll still be open. And it was. And so you just project what you want to happen, and that's what it does. So project greatness, project happiness, stop to breathe, and remember that and reaffirm it.